You gotta have a good screenshot
What
to go
is
with
wrong
it.
with you? Oh my gosh.
Hey, everybody.
There's nobody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
From The Simpsons.
Hello.
You know the doctor.
Oh. Yeah.
What was the doctor's name? Dr. Phil?
No.
Hey, everybody.
Hibbert. Dr. Julius Hibbert. The main doctor in The Simpsons is Dr. Julius Hibbert.
No, I'm talking about the other guy. I think it's this guy.
Oh.
That Julius Hibbert. He did that. He did that stuff.
Oh, dear Lord.
All right, we got one person on here. Is that you?
Yeah.
Are you on there?
Dr. Nick.
Dr. Nick.
I think.
Hi, Dr. Nick. Yep, that's it. I used to watch a lot of The Simpsons. If you couldn't tell. Anyway, try to let some people get on here first before we really start to say anything.
As he does his
that's
impressions.
still you, right?
I guess, yeah.
We got somebody watching over here. Who we got on there? Can't see. Yeah, when you get on here, say hi. We got 3 people on the other one.
You missed it.
All right.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So we're going to do our giveaway for the video I dropped on Tuesday. So that was kind of a compilation of 2 short trips. So Ray and I went out for a couple hours one day.
I got the first fish.
Yes, she did. I was going to make her a trophy, a crown, a belt, so that she could wear that for everybody, to let everybody know that she got the first fish.
But I was going to let you know anyway. So
I know you were going to. I'm not worried that you
I don't need a belt. I don't need a crown.
It sounds to me like you want something to stake.
I just told them I got the first fish.
Your achievement.
I just got it.
Just let you know, that's not an achievement. There's lots of people that catch the first fish when they're out.
Sweet Jesus.
But then again, I don't want to steal your thunder here.
Hey, Ben. I got the first fish, Ben.
Lord. She's been waiting all week just so she can talk trash right now. She's been holding it all up. She's been holding it all in all week just so she can talk trash now. All right.
God put me here for a reason.
That wasn't it. But she was
Pretty
able.
sure I'm a good trash talker.
So all these times I've taken her out, she was finally able to catch a fish on our frogs.
Finally.
She's still got to work on that hook set though.
That's true.
Yeah, she's a reactionary hook set rather than a premeditated or planned or calculated, I should say. Reactionary. You're an hook set.
Like call me a what?
RHS, reactionary hook set. I'm a CHS, calculated hook set.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to coin that now.
Ben says we know who the best is, right? Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we do know who the best is. I appreciate you pointing that out. Notice he didn't say we all know the best is right. He just said we know who the best is.
Say it, Ben.
Don't do it. Don't fall for it.
Daddy.
What's up, Gary?
Dad. I thought that was Dad.
There's Gary. Gary.
Oh, hi, Gary.
Angel Levitch.
I just saw Dad's. Oh, Dad must be sending me a message. Sorry.
All right. Well, what's up, Bob?
I think he's
all right. So, anyway, as you.
Hey, Nathan.
What's up, Nathan? As you get on here, say hello. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. Other than that, we have a couple updates. The trajectory of the lure and YouTube channel and that good stuff.
Ben did say Ray. Just to clarify.
Well, Ben, you just lost some points with me. I'm just
not with me, Ben, and I'm the executive.
She likes to tell herself that. But we're frozen on there. See what happened? See what you did, Ray? See what you did, Ben? You said something like that, and the computer doesn't know how to calculate that.
It's fine.
It froze up. All right, so
Shout out the fishes you boss. She outfishes you, boss. Thank you, Nathan.
Look, Nathan.
Free lures all around.
Look, Nathan and Ben, you need to watch further than 2 minutes of the videos, okay?
I did get pretty irritated, but we both were sick that weekend.
Yeah.
And I had enough. I just was
after a couple hours, she had kind of a little bit of temperature spike, and
I was not feeling.
So we got off the water, but thanks to Andrew and Paul for they
coming in clutch.
Yeah, well they came in to fish that week and called me up and said, hey, you want to join us this week this afternoon? Now I get people asking me to go fishing with them all the time, and it's hard for me to plan to take my own boat out and get everything going and that kind of stuff. But sometimes, if somebody says, and they already have their boat, and they just, hey, meet us out there on the water, I can do that. And I may only be able to do it for a couple weeks. What's up, Deb?
Somebody else just commented there, but I missed it. Whoever just commented on YouTube, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Okay. Yeah, the YouTube comments are a little bit more difficult to react to. There's somebody.
The video. He used that same hook set a couple of times, so you can get him. Well, sure will, Steve.
I do tend to put a little too much mustard on my hook set sometimes.
A little bit. You kind of hit me almost twice.
Well, the thing is, and this is the thing. Okay, when you're fishing, a frog over grass, and that bass comes and gets that frog, and it pulls it down underneath that grass, then your line has a bow in it, on that edge of that grass. So that's why when you set that hook, a lot of times it cuts into that grass and you can get through. But, so I figure it's better to hit him too hard with the hook set than to do as,
He's just trying to pull a boulder up out of the water and sling it in the boat.
Hey, whatever works. Oh, maybe there'll be a couple fish attached to that boulder. But, I'd rather do that than the, hook set that you...
Are you making fun of me now? You'll pay for that one later.
You talk trash and, the
Don't
floodgates
worry, you'll
will
pay
open
for
up.
that one later. It's all good. Keep going. Keep going.
But anyway, if you watch the video, she missed a big one. And tell us about that one.
I missed a big one. Tell you about it? Yeah. I missed it.
Yeah, I know you did.
I threw it out. It hit it. And it came off.
There was only one.
Jared was yelling at me, and so I can't.
Yeah, it was that was a big fish.
It was a big fish.
And there was only one time where somebody else missing a fish. Well, I can't say that, but this was one of the times where somebody else missing a big fish hurt me probably as much as it hurt them. Because anytime, of course, you're fishing with our lures and you miss something, you miss one, that hurts. But I was out with my uncle. Quick fish story. I was out with my Uncle Randy one time, and this was actually on video. It's a video I dropped, not this past spring, but the spring before. I went down to Salicoa in northwest Georgia with Uncle Randy, and he hooked into something big, and it was literally pulling the boat around. It pulled the whole boat, and he was fighting it, and then all of a sudden it just come off, and you could see the big boil from its tail. So, I mean, it's possible it was a big catfish or something like that, but that little lake is known for big bass, and I'd have liked to see that one. But anyway, all right, so...
That was a great fish story.
Yeah, thank you. Mm. Oh, he's going to bust my chops. What's up, Greg?
Hey, Greg.
So we are moving forward with... we are moving forward with the blade bait, the shank. So we're going to have 6 colors. Here's a little prototype I got here. So one of the colors is going to be naked. That's going to be the color.
This is news to me.
Yeah, it just means it's not painted.
Duh.
Well, apparently I had to explain it, honey.
Awesome, Nathan says.
So here it is. So that's the one that won't be painted. It's pretty. How do you like that? The logo in the eye there, and it will also have CRB kind of engraved in the side there. This one does not have that. But so this is a 3/8 ounce. In my opinion, it's like the perfect size, and this thing is going to be absolutely killer now that we have this cold spell coming through. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the weather, but literally the high on Monday is 39 degrees.
Is it really?
39.
I have not been paying attention to the weather.
The low is 24.
So, man, you're going to make me turn the heat
There is a chance for, it's a very small chance for like some flurries or something.
If you want to pick one bank fishing spot next week, where would you go?
On what body of water? I'm guessing Chickamauga. Bank
Need a
fishing.
pepper in those cool coolers. I'm a big fan of the silent lipless, Steve says.
All right, well, good. That's what I like to hear, Steve. We're really trying to get that lipless moving, just because I kind of launched it late in the season. I really wanted to launch it in January, and then it would be right on the front edge of the season, but we had to make some changes, get it right. So we didn't get it launched until end of March for the rattling, and then the silent didn't come out until mid April, which that means we really missed the window. So we kind of.
But it was worth it for the design changes that needed to happen and to make it the way it's supposed to be. So this year, it's on. It's ready to go, and the 3/4 ounce will be here any minute.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. If I'm putting a bait out there for y'all, it catches fish. So it's right. It's dialed in. It has good hooks. You're not gonna have to switch stuff out. And that's what I want. I want a bait that I can fish right out of the package. I don't want to have to worry about this or having to do this, tweak that. Now everybody has their own preferences and they can do that. But I want the bait to be able to be fished right out of the package. So yeah, we had to get that mold right. We had to add a little divider so that the bigger beads inside the rattling didn't go all the way to the back and therefore cause the balance to be off. So I want when you're coming through that water, or when you're casting, or when you have it, sitting on the bottom and you're yo-yoing it, I want it to be straight. I want it to run right, not be all out of whack. And those bigger beads in the rattling one were getting stuck in the tail, so it was throwing everything off. So we had to make that change, and now it's perfect. So it runs true. You can burn it, and it will still stay straight. It doesn't blow out, doesn't wash out, and that's huge. So anybody that throws a lipless a lot, they know that can be a big deal. You can literally just throw it out there and reel it and do nothing but reel it in and catch fish on it.
Hey, Shannon.
Now, I like the yo-yo method and that kind of stuff. What's up, Shannon?
Hey, Patrick.
What's up, Patrick?
Yes, the shank was a great name for it. I did good, Ben. I did real good.
You going to take credit for the shank?
I am taking credit for the shank. I named it.
They
voted.
I thought.
The people have spoken. Okay. I came up with the shank.
All right, I'll let you have this one.
We're going to go back and we're going to review the video. We're going to review the tape.
Yeah.
You know, as I came up with it.
Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, I'll let her have it. So anyway, yeah, if y'all ever fish a lipless, I understand everybody has some brands that they're kind of, they're really loyal to. Try us. Try the Snatch and Shad. The Snatch and Shad is a legit lipless crankbait. And probably next week we're gonna have 3/4 ounce available. Now we're only gonna have it in 3 colors.
Patrick says, she's right.
God, how many of y'all gonna gang up on me?
I love all of our followers.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
That ain't right, y'all. Anyway, y'all get me distracted.
Oh, there was another one that came up on YouTube. There's got to be a way that we can. You need to figure out your password.
Let me make it closer. All right, you guys are gonna get closer. Maybe she can see it. She's supposed to be paying attention to that.
I am, but
I can't do it.
Looking at this one, and Ben says I'm right, so Ben knows.
Everybody apparently says you're right, so I'm gonna let that one go. All right. Now, since all y'all sold me out that fast.
What other colors? So you got naked.
So
weren't you on colors? Weren't you talking about colors?
Yeah, I don't. So we have. You're just gonna have to see the colors when they come out.
Okay.
We're gonna have a lot of shad imitation. I got a brim imitating color. I got bright color for when you have some you know, cloudier or dirtier water. But it makes on the shank you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So on the shank, yeah, we'll have 6 colors. This being one of them. Just the naked silver. Just that's just a pretty little lure right there. But it has an awesome thump, and you don't hardly have to move it to get it thumping. It also runs perfectly true when you reel it in. So that will be out January. So come January, hopefully the beginning of the month, that should be available. We'll have it on the website. I'm sure there'll be some tackle stores. Local tackle stores will probably have it pretty quick. Hopefully they'll get on it. We'll probably try to start doing some pre-orders.
Feel free to talk to your local tackle store too.
Yeah. Put a bug in their ear. Pressure them to make sure they get some.
And speaking of tackle stores, Greg Hale said he took your advice and went to the bike shop today at Fort O and bought to the Snatch and Shadow.
Awesome.
Thank
Good
you.
deal. Appreciate you, Greg. Yeah, we're really trying hard to get people to go to the local tackle stores. We want to try to support those guys. They're a wealth of knowledge, and you know, questions like, you know, where's a good place to go? What should I be throwing? They can answer those questions. Which reminds me, whomever asked that question, if you had to fish a place on the bank tomorrow or whenever, well, I would have a couple places in mind. That's what I would do personally, and they would be different because, you know, obviously you're limited when you fish on the bank. So I would personally, I would probably hit a place like Savannah Bay, at the back of Wolf Teever Creek off Snow Hill Road. That's a great place for a snatch and shad, and crankbaits. It's the water's dirty. It's not dropping, but fish will come in there this time of year. It's a place you can fish off the bridge, the riprap and everything. Sometimes it will hold good fish, but there's times I've gone up there and not caught anything. So I would hit there. You know, me being on the lower end of the lake, you know, I would start there, and then I would work my way toward Hickson where I live, and then I would probably hit right at the dam. So the dam you have right above the dam, you know, with them dropping the water and them having the floodgates open, you're gonna have good current right there. So you'll have a chance for striper from smallmouth, those types of things. So I'll be throwing like a jerk bait up there, Jonah 117. Yeah. You know, and maybe have like a Ned rig or something available. Alabama rig also would be a good thing to throw. I'd probably be standing right on that kind of the riprap where it starts to turn into the dam. I'd be standing right there, and I'd be throwing around there, and you could probably pick off some fish there.
Also throw some of Patrick Gray's crankbaits as well.
Yeah.
He makes amazing stuff too, by the way. Check him out.
Check out Badass Crankbaits. Badass Baits. But yeah, he's got some good little crankbaits. Anyway, then if that's not working out, then you can go just below the dam where the creek's coming out, or right there at the turbine. So you have other options. You have other options there from the bank, and you could throw bucktail. You could throw an A rig. You could throw all kinds of stuff with the floodgates open. That's going to push a lot of water over toward that pier by the turbines, and there'll be some fish that are pushed over there that aren't typically over there. So that would be a place to try from the bank. And then if none of those worked, I could go and go to Chester Frost, and I'd probably, you know, make sure you put your mud boots on. But I would look for little patches of grass from on a casting length away from the bank, and you can find.
Joshua.
What's up, Josh? You can find places like that on Chester Frost, and a lot of times those bass will get in there, and you can take those little ripple frogs. Those little ripple frogs, you work them real slow right to those, and sometimes you can catch some nice quality bass doing that. And I've done that. I have a couple videos that I put out last year in November where I did that and caught a couple good ones. So that would be my bank advice to you. I can't remember who asked that question.
I didn't see it quick enough. I just quickly caught the.
But right now, that's what I would do. If I was fishing from the bank, that's what I would do. Now tomorrow, I'm actually going out with Caleb Bell. We're gonna go out and see if we can't find some fish. You know, throwing some lipless crankbaits and probably test. I'm already past testing out, but probably just catching fish on the shank.
Thank you. That's really helpful.
You're welcome.
Colson asked the question. Thank you, Colson.
Right. No problem, Colson. But yeah, hopefully we'll get into some fish. I'm
Is
not
the
sure
weather tonight going to affect any of that tomorrow?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to turn them on?
It could turn them on or turn them off. You never know with the weather. It's going to
really
be.
Looked at what's going on, but we're supposed to get some really rough weather tonight.
This time of year, a lot of anglers are wanting that water to get cold. They're wanting that shad die off to happen. When you have that shad die off, it seems to affect those fish, and they start feeding up real good. When that water temperature is on the decline, it triggers something that makes them feed, and it gets them more aggressive. A lot of people tell me, and I kind of agree. I got a hair or something right here. It's tickling my nose.
You have lots of hairs.
I've been crazy. Anyway, all right. I keep itching my nose, and it's like I'm pretty sure I have one big hair.
He's scared of a pair of tweezers, though. So
just anyway, y'all know. I mean, most of y'all are well into your adult years, like I am. You get one wild nose hair, and it goes all the way across, tickling your nose, and anyway, where was I?
Cold weather.
Yeah, thank you. So the cold weather, it gets that temperature drop, and it gets those fish aggressive. So if the storm's coming through tonight, if they warm that water temperature up, I think it will be bad for the fishing. It will slow everything down. It will slow that transition down. However, if it's a cold rain, then it could speed it up. Now, the opposite is true in the end of the or once that water temperature has gotten really cold, gotten into the 40s. The opposite's true. You want to look for that warm rain, and that warm temperature really seems to speed things up, and where a cold rain will shut them down. So I think right now we're still in a trend where the water temperature is probably not cold enough. So I don't know. It's up in the air for tomorrow, but I think if we get a lot of lightning, then that shallow bite Colston, I would probably go to a place where you can get your baits a little bit deeper. Because bass don't like the shallow bass don't like a lot of lightning. So if we have a lot of really loud, hard lightning,
it's cold here in Minnesota. Nathan says.
Yeah, Nathan, you need to move south. That's all I can tell you.
I don't do that that nasty 4-letter word anymore, and that's snow.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to worry about.
While my father's watching, while they made me hand shovel the driveway, which was really long, but now they have a tractor after we leave the house, so I don't do snow anymore.
Which reminds me, Bob, we can send Ellie up there so you can she can shovel the driveway.
She wants to shovel the driveway.
That'd be a good lesson for her to learn.
Make her do it with bread bags on her feet like you used to make us. Nathan says it's beautiful here, and Patrick says woolly booger. It's true.
Woolly booger. Oh. No, it's just the woolly. I don't have any booger on it. It's just the woolly, tickling my nose. Every time I breathe, it's like tickles the nose. So, anyway, all right.
We're a train wreck. What else?
That's a good question.
When are the new colors of the blade baits coming in? Have we gotten any other? We gotten the color matches on those yet?
The new colors for the blade baits, they won't. I'm not gonna make those public until I have them in hand. We still have some ironing out to do to get those looking right. So there's still a little window there. Right now they're in production, so there will be all of them are being made. The hardware is being weighed, and made, and then they'll be painted after that. So once that's happening, then we'll gotta dial in and make sure that it's right. But we're gonna have some really killer colors. So there's no worries there. That
hey Ryan,
there'll be some fish catching colors. Obviously, what's up, Ryan? Obviously, I'm using them. I want to catch fish, so trust me, they'll catch fish. Like I said earlier, I'm not gonna put something out there that's not gonna catch fish. you know, so if I launch something, it catches fish. So, but we will next with the snatch and shad and that lipless crankbait. Now I put a poll out on, and if you guys aren't part of the Flippin' the Script Fishing community on Facebook, go get on there. We you know, I put polls out, and I you know, get information from y'all, and not only that, but I also give information that other people don't see on that group page, that group that we do. And there's a lot of good guys on there, anglers and stuff like that will give you all kinds of good information. So check out Flippin' the Script Fishing community. It's a group on Facebook. But I put a poll out and asking what's your favorite lure when that water temperature gets cold, and the majority of people said lipless crankbait. So hopefully they'll you know, try the snatch and shad. But then I think the second on that poll so far was a jerkbait. So snatch and shad,
both.
yeah, snatch and shad and the Jonah 117. And you know, that if y'all haven't used the Jonah 117 yet, that thing, it's got some great action. And then with the weight transfer system, you can really cast it. So especially, I like to throw mine on a spinning rod. So you can sling it. And of course, you know, on a bait caster, you can sling it too. But it's got really good side-to-side action.
We haven't brought the Jonah out for a while.
It's a slow sinking jerkbait. So if you know that the fish, suppose those fish, you're on a school fish, and every once in a while they come up schooling. If they come up schooling every once in a while and then they drop down deeper, if you know you're sitting at 20 feet of water and those fish are sitting at 20 feet, you know, it's difficult to get a jerkbait down to them. So, so the Jonah jerkbait, since it sinks, you know, has a nice good slow sink to it, right? So since it sinks, you know, it's a you can get it down to whatever depth they're sitting at. You know, I had a guy send me a picture of a 8.5 pounder he caught on Douglas on the Jonah. He caught out 35 foot of water. So trust me, you know, it'll catch them.
And we had a guy this weekend just using them in the veterans tournament, or last weekend, using them in the veterans tournament, and absolutely loved them. So
yeah.
And actually, I think Shannon's on. So hi,
Yeah.
Shannon.
So here, this is matte blue, really good color. And you know, this is just, you know, shows that, you know, it's a little bit smaller than the Vision 110. So 110 stands for 110 millimeters. So this one is 100 millimeters. So it's a little smaller than that. Plus ours has that weight transfer system, so you can really sling it. So for a small jerk bait, it will go. You can really get a lot of good distance on that. But yeah, I'm gonna be throwing one tomorrow. I'll be throwing that one, the snatch and shad, the blade bait. Those are my favorite ones to throw. I'll probably have an A-rig tied on. I'll probably have a single swim bait tied on. You know, all of those things are really good this time of year. I really love when it gets cold enough where you have a little frost on the boat in the morning. That's when those smallmouth really start biting below the dam.
That's a nice lure. It is nice. And we've got 12 colors, 12 different colors. Check them out.
Yep, 12 colors. We got clown, the emerald green. I'll read them off the board up here. Emerald green, matte blue, Ozark shad, pearl, perch, pro blue chrome. I don't know why I can't say that without getting tongue-tied. Pro blue chrome.
You named it.
I know. Pro olive. So we got 3 pro colors. So, you know, that makes you a pro if you use them.
I would have called it shiny.
That's why it's called
shiny blue.
That's why you weren't allowed to name them. Purple chartreuse, shiner, and wasaki. So those are all you know, they're fish catching colors. So we need, if we start moving those and they start catching on, we'll expand the colors. But we have to, the sales got to come before colors. You know, a lot of inventory. Which is why with the snatch and shad we have. You grab that box right there.
Top one?
Yeah. No, not the one below it. There you go. The snatch and shad, we have. There you go. So the snatch and shad. Here's the clear one with the glitter in it. This one doesn't have much. This must be the prototype. There it is. All right, let me get another one.
You me get another one? Clear shad?
No, I have some. Okay, you can kind of see that oil, right, and the glitter. This is a halo green. So this will sit up. It's weighted, so it will sit on bottom like that for you. Okay, so you can kind of yo-yo it and then do that number. So, but anyway, you can see how thin it is. Real thin. That's a good thump.
Patrick wants to know if you throw the jerk bait on fluorocarbon.
I do. Well, I throw it.
Nathan loves the snatch and shad.
Yeah, good Nathan. I appreciate you. I mean, it's a fish catcher. So I've already caught one. This was I already caught a 6-pounder on this one. That was in the spring.
Sexy.
That's the ghost shad.
Ghost shad.
Yep. But what was I saying?
Fluorocarbon.
Yeah. So my attention's bad. I like to throw either straight fluorocarbon on my bait caster. I'll do that. And I usually throw on when I'm doing that. I'm being a lot more aggressive with it, and I'm throwing it probably on 12 to 14-pound fluorocarbon. What I like to throw it on a spinning rod a lot of times though. And on a spinning rod, I'll put braided line. So I'll put braided line anywhere from 15 to 18-pound braided line, and then I'll have a leader like a 10 to around 10 to 13 or 10 to 15 foot leader, tied on with a Alberto knot. And so I have that fluorocarbon to that braid, and that seems to do real well. I can cast the snot out of it, and really, I don't know. I seem to have a little bit more confidence there. But yeah, these are all the silent one.
You want a rattling one?
That's okay.
They're right here.
They're there too.
Yeah.
So here's their bluegill color.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. So when it gets cold, those there's a lot of times there's grass just on the very bottom, but it's only short grass. It's not real tall. That cold and the lack of sun, many hours of sunlight, really causes those brim to go, and they stay down in that grass. So you could take this, the bluegill color one. This is something that Dylan Filardo does a lot. They'll use a blade bait or a lipless, and they'll yo-yo it down into that grass and then kind of take it up of that grass, and they catch a lot of bass that way. In the winter months, that's a really effective way to catch them in 10 to 15 or 8 to 15 foot of water, where that deeper grass is. All right, so here's a color. This is royal red. This is the rattling. So it's got a really nice rattle in it. So this is the royal red color. All right, royal red. Got a really kind of almost like a sunset color. This is one that I got a guy on Percy Priest, Craig Presswood, absolutely destroys them on that.
Here's the good one.
The good one.
The one everybody
loves.
About
the good one.
They're all good. Ouch! Hold on. Don't take that yet. That's the one catching them all over Caddo right now.
Caddo, he was throwing.
And Bone.
Vince on Lake Caddo. We're gonna be going down there in December, end of December, to get some footage. I
get to go this trip.
Yep. Yeah, she has another chance to outfish me, so we'll you can rest assured she's gonna say she outfished me whether she did it or not. So.
It'll all be on camera, son.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, this is the natural or the royal purple color. All right, really good color that a lot of people really like. Catch them on Caddo currently on that one, and also there's a magnet right there. Sorry. Squirrel. And this is the bone color, and this is one that he was kind of surprised, but they were waxing on Caddo with that.
What are those hooks? Laser sharp. They are BKK hooks.
Yeah, they are. These are BKK extra sharp, they are extra sharp. They are extra wide gap, short shank, extra strong hooks. Okay, so they're not going to bend out on you. You'll be able to catch those big fish without the hook bending out and flexing out. They are super sticky. And you know they are the best hook that you can get for a crankbait, in my opinion. Um, and you'll notice they're short shank, right? So you have some of those lipless that have the really long hooks, and they get snagged on everything. So you lose a lot of them. I mean, and not only that, but they tend to bend out too. But these ones, like, the thing I love about this, and you also notice the rounded nose on it, okay? Now, most of your lipless are going to have a very sharp angle there. And what that does is it causes it to dig into the bottom. So you'll notice, like, if you're fishing, especially if the area you're fishing has a soft bottom at all, you'll come up and you'll have stuff all over the front of that. And it ruins the motion, and not only that, but it seems that little bit seems to hold on to debris, vegetation, and all that stuff. So so it stays on the bait, and you just messed up your cast. So you cast it out there. If it touches bottom, then it comes up with all that debris. It's not getting the movement. It's got debris hanging all over it. So you're gonna miss a bunch of fish. You just ruined a cast. This one, and with those longer hooks, if you do drag it on the bottom, not only do you pull up debris, but your hooks are also going to hang up on the bottom. So if you notice, I can just drag this and it's not going to hang. Okay. The hook might touch, but since it's a short shank hook, it's not hanging into the bottom. So that's not going to be a problem. Now, if you have a longer hook, a longer treble hook, that hook will snag the bottom and it will hang up. Now, I'm not going to say it won't ever. You know, obviously, if you have a bunch of little divots and stuff like that, then you have something that this could get a hold of and grab a hold of. But if you have a flat bottom, if it's like a clay bottom, or even if it's soft debris, like a place like I was saying earlier, Savannah Bay, it's got a bunch like leaf bars, and it's got a bunch of soft debris. The carp get in there and stir everything up. This one, you can actually drag it across the bottom and not get nearly as much. So you're not going to ruin your cast. This nose isn't going to hang on to stuff. So if debris gets on there, it tip forward and it just, all of it comes off. So it in my opinion, in my experience, you can fish this far more. You can get I actually had one of the biggest fish I've had on a long time. Unfortunately, I thought it was a carp, so I didn't set the hook. I could kick myself now, but I was fishing and I was literally, I came into a cove and I noticed a bunch of dirt plumes. And you'll notice, you know, any of you guys have been fishing a long time, you go in there and you see dirt coming up. And you assume it's carp. And in this case, it was carp. I could see the carp would come up and they'd do that flop that they do all the time. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna foul hook a carp and just have a little fun time, you know, messing with a carp. So I casted by a dirt plume and I just drug that lipless, just drug it across the bottom. And like I said, you can do that because one, it stands up straight, and two, those hooks don't hang on the bottom. So I'm here dragging it, literally dragging it. It wasn't wobbling or nothing. It was dragging like a worm. And I came across something which I thought I snagged a carp. So I kind of just, you know, kind of ease into it a little bit, and I didn't want to actually land the fish because carp, you all know, you bring it in the boat and they mess everything up, stink, get slime, everything. So I kind of just, and of course it takes off and it goes left, it goes right, and then it comes up. Big old bass has it hanging out of its mouth. And I tell you guys, that was, if that wasn't an 8-pounder, I'd eat my hat. I tell you, it was an 8-pounder, probably 8 to 10 pound bass, and then of course I freaked out and I, you know, but I didn't want to set the hook in case I barely had it hooked. Well, it turns out I didn't have it hooked, and he came up again and opened his mouth and out it came. So, yeah, I've been going to therapy for that for a couple months now.
We're working on it.
We can work on getting that spot right here in my back. It's itchy. No, scratch. There you go. Up. Okay. Whew, man. Itchy spots right in where you can't reach. That's why you get married, guys. That's enough.
Really?
That's enough motivation right there.
You could start cooking and doing your own laundry then.
You don't like scratch my back? That's the deal breaker, huh? There you go. I'm pretty sure I've done other things that should have been deal breakers. If that's a deal breaker.
Patrick says anglers always lie. LOL. It was 8 to 10 inches.
Hey.
8 to 10 pounds.
So all I can say is go back to there's a video I released this past spring, okay, and it has the snatch and shad on the front, and I'm holding up a big bass that was about 4.5, close to 5 pounds in that on the thumbnail. Okay, I released it this past spring, and it's got the snatch and shad on the front of it. Watch that. Then we'll talk there, Patrick. All right.
Don't be getting smart with my friends.
No, but you can see me freak out in the video. Unfortunately, you never did get a good look at the fish. But so I could still be lying.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was just. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I can't get her to trust me.
It's okay. We're working it out.
Y'all are really hurting my.
We're working it out in therapy. Relax.
My self-esteem right now, Deb.
Oh,
I need
now
you,
you're gonna go run into my
need you come
mom?
down on her, all right? So anyway.
Patrick says just messing. Calm down.
Too many people messing with me today. We need my.
Go sit in my corner.
I need to go get a Whataburger. Get some French fries. Anyway, so where do we go? How you guys keep getting me off topic?
I don't know. You're terrible at staying on topic. The video about
y'all
the
aren't helping.
Shad and the. Okay, what else is new?
All right, so yeah, this is what I've been trying to get to for the last 35 minutes. So we have the 3/4 ounce snatch and shad coming probably next week. Okay, so the 3/4 ounce snatch and shad is the same size. You already put those up. Same size. No, it's all right. Same size, but it's a 3/4 ounce. Okay. Now we couldn't fit we had to put. Now this one has big BBs and little BBs. Okay, that's the 1/2 ounce. Okay, this is the quarter or the chrome and black, great color. Anyway, so it has both of those in there. Now the 3/4 ounce, we're only able to fit the small BBs in there. So it will have small BBs, but it's 3/4 ounce, same size. So you'll be able to fish it a lot deeper, more effectively. Now you can fish this at any depth; it sinks. So, but you can have a nice steady retrieve with that 3/4 ounce at like 8 to 10 feet. Whereas if you steady retrieve to this one, you're going to be at 4 to 5 feet. So you can fish it. You can fish it on those certain depths a little bit more effectively. Plus, it has a nice, really sharp fall to it. So we're only going to have 3 colors. We'll have 3 colors of that one. It will be royal purple. So I already showed you the royal purple. And this is of the 3/4 ounce. So obviously we have 10 colors of the 1/2 ounce. But of the 3/4 ounce, we'll have the royal purple, the chrome and black, and no, not that one, and the Rayburn red. So that's the Rayburn red we got. They got a little bit of gold in there, right? Orange on the bottom. All right, so we'll have those 3 colors of the rattling. So Rayburn red, royal purple, and the chrome and black. So I think those are the 3 staples. If those sell well, we'll expand them to the other colors. And I would like, that's just how I am. I like to, I want to kind of expand some of the colors, but I can't really justify that yet. Now, when it comes to the 3 colors for the silent, the oil filled, what did we, you remember what we went with?
Look it back there on the thing. I just made the royal purple, or no, I'm sorry. Veil. They're on the
Gizzard, veil, and clear shad. Okay, so we'll have veil. Now this is my favorite color. It's got a little bit of chrome in there. Okay, now this is the silent, right? So you can see the oil in there and the glitter, right? So this is probably my favorite color this is what the color I had envisioned from the time I made it. This is called veil. So we'll have this color in the silent. We'll have the clear shad. All right.
What's the other one?
That clear, a little bit of orange there, the kill dot on there. All right, and the gizzard. Yep, and gizzard shad. So 3 really good natural colors. All these are a little translucent because you want to be able to see the oil and that glitter inside there. So you can see that there. All right, so that glitter mimics dying bait fish. So when it goes down the bottom, right, stands up on bottom for you like that. All right, it will that oil, especially if it's cold, that oil and that glitter will start falling, and it will look like it's shedding scales like an injured bait fish on the bottom. So that should really trigger those fish in that cold water.
Ben wanted to know if any elite pros got with you yet. Send them our way. We do have James Niggemeyer.
So James Niggemeyer, we sponsor down in Texas. We have some that have bought some stuff from us. I don't know if they want us to say who they are because they do have sponsors.
That's okay. We understand.
Yeah, I know Bill Lowen. He loves our stuff. In fact, he was he's the one that suggested the
Hey, Colin.
The June bug. What's up, Colin? He's the one that suggested the June bug color for the frog. And we kind of did a little, CRB take on that. But let's see here. And yeah, I don't really want to mention some of the other ones.
There's been a good many of them, and they just have sponsors. So
yeah, we don't.
We'll let them have their privacy.
That's something that you have to pay attention. If you ever notice, like for instance, you'll have. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but you had a pro here lately. He won an event on.
He won an event
up Mississippi. Anyway, he was throwing a frog, okay, and if you notice, he was kind of hiding that frog. He didn't show people. Now later on when the press came, he said what frog he caught it on. But I can almost guarantee you from the looks of it in the video, that's not what he was using. So I'm very curious what he was using. It would have been very sweet if he said something, but I understand. Anyway.
Breathe.
We'll
talk about that in therapy next week.
The good thing is I was talking to a store, and they were trying to decide whether they wanted to bring in our lures or not. And the owners said, well, we never really heard of copper red baits, so I don't know if we want to, they're worried about brand recognition, and they don't know if we want to bring it in. So like, well, we'll ask the next pro that comes in, and apparently there's a lot of pros that come in and out of that store. And the first pro that came in, they asked if they had ever heard of copper red. And they go, oh yeah, I love their frogs. I got a whole bunch of them. so
that's always good to hear. I mean,
needless to say, they're putting in an order next week. So
yeah. So hold on. Patrick's laughing, and he says it's me, not you. And Ryan, I don't know. Talk and Tackle, I don't think has the jerk bait.
No, Talk and Tackle doesn't have that jerk bait. Now you can put a bug in their ear, and maybe they'll pick it up. Now they do have the Snatch and Shad. So they have the Snatch and Shad. I know they're excited about the blade bait. And of course they have the frogs. The jerk bait, I talked to Greg, and I understand his reservations. Everybody wants a mega bass. And he said he has a really difficult time selling anything other than the mega bass. So they have to look at their bottom line. So it's hard for them to worry about or to take a chance sometimes. But yeah, I'm hoping because it is different. It's got that that has that slow fall on it, slow fade. I'm hoping that they'll start taking a chance on it. But the jerkbait's been one that we've had a hard time getting it out there. But those that have bought it love it, and they catch a lot of fish on it. I've caught a lot of fish on it. I continue to catch a lot of fish on it. When the conditions are right, I throw it. I love throwing it. So, it's one of those things where it is what it is. We just have to keep plugging away. That's why I ask when you guys catch stuff that you make a post and you give us a shout out and that kind of stuff, because getting the word out is really the most difficult thing. Getting it out there, promoting and hyping things. If you can get some hype behind something, then you'll see the sales.
Colin says, what's good? He just got back from, hold on here. Everything looking good for sure. He just got done cooking some striper.
All right.
And Ben said he sent a few pros our way.
Okay, I appreciate that, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
And pros are they're tricky. You have to remember they all have they don't want to be they understand that it's us, it's the people who watch them every day that ultimately is the reason why they have opportunities to make money. So they're going to extend a lot of. Hopefully, they extend some courtesy. If they don't extend courtesy to you and at least talk with you, somewhat, then we probably should not be supporting that pro. But most of the pros are going to sit there. They're gonna talk to you for a minute within reason, and they should realize that we're the only reason that they have a platform, that they have an opportunity to go out there and make money. If that wasn't the case, then sponsors wouldn't prop up these tournaments and then have the payouts that pay their bills. But with that understanding that a lot of these pros have sponsorship obligations. They will check some things out, but sometimes they kind of might say things to get things moving and that kind of thing. So it's kind of a give and take. Hopefully those guys will come and they'll check us out. Seems like we got a little bit of buzz going on amongst the pros. The more I talk with them,
exciting to hear in itself. So yeah. I mean,
the more I talk with them and stuff like that, the more that they're like, there's a group of them that seem to really like them, and they're slowly getting on board. So I just need one of them to say something about it. but it is what it is.
Colin says, best frog for sure. I have over 201 frog now. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, Nathan. Nathan says we have a great product. 201 frog. That's awesome.
Yeah, 200. That's crazy. I did see that pig that you caught on the leopard frog loudmouth edition. That was a toad right there.
He could have used our jerk bait here on Grand Lake this week.
Yeah.
Do you not have any?
Ricky Sexton?
No, Colin.
Oh,
that was Ricky. I'm sorry.
You gotta read the name above the comment, honey.
Sorry, yeah, Ricky.
Well, and we actually, I have a pro, semi-pro, Texas pro, who uses our jerkbait and loves it. And he's won a couple tournaments on Lake Texoma with it. He likes that Pro Blue. And then he also won a tournament with the Snatch and Shad out there. Now, he does it differently. He rigs it in a way it's really strange. He puts it on a slip bobber or puts it on a bobber. Or he does that, or he puts it, there's a lure out there that, I forget what it's called. It's like a, anyway, it's a topwater lure. You have a topwater component that you tie a leader onto. And it has one treble hook, and then there's like a leader, and then you have a walking bait behind it. And what he does is he'll tie the Snatch and Shad on the back part. So the one is on top and it's drawing commotion. Then you have the Snatch and Shad trailing behind it and sinking behind it. And he's actually won a couple tournaments doing that. He may not want me to tell all y'all that, but but anyway, technique to try out.
Colin says, I bet if you made some BFS stuff, it would be worth the investment. If I'm not frogging and swim baiting, I'm definitely tossing micro stuff for bass.
Yeah, I'm looking at, I have a lot of stuff on my plate that I'm trying. And obviously, we have to make money to be able to invest and try new things. So I am thinking about a small jerk bait, one that sinks and that you can still really cast. So there are some things that I'm looking at trying.
But we also don't want to come out with too much stuff too fast. Right. So
if we saturate the market, then say I drop 3 or 4 lures at one time, then that attention is kind of spread out over all of them, and what happens sometimes is one of those doesn't get the attention that it really truly deserves. And it's kind of like the Jonah. The Jonah 117 is an awesome jerk bait. The problem is we had dropped, we doubled the colors. We dropped the Ripple Frog, and the Loudmouth came out soon thereafter. So all those dropped at the same time, and we were expanding the color. We doubled the colors of the Tsunami, of the Wave Frog. Then we had the Ripple Frog coming out. So what happened is people
Just got
they
lost.
were so
got
excited.
Lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, they were so excited about the frogs that they didn't even notice the jerkbait. And so now because that's 2 years removed, almost 2 years, not quite 2 years. We have to. It's a slow process to get the attention on the jerkbait that it deserves. If that makes sense.
Have fun fishing, Patrick. Good luck.
Thanks, Patrick. Take it easy, brother. So anyway, so we're trying to kind of pace ourselves when it comes to putting stuff out. But certainly we plan on. We got a lot of good plans. All different kinds of lures. I do want to get a hard topwater lure out there. I want to get a crankbait out there.
Ooh, like a spook?
Yeah, like a spook.
Woo! Walk the cat.
Yeah. You guys gotta see that video. So you wanna see a funny video and a video where I catch an absolute
and
giant.
a video I was in.
Yeah, she was in it too.
And I caught a lot of stuff.
You caught a handful.
It was a good day.
That we actually had COVID during that video. So in August, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, August, I think 4 years ago, we dropped the video called Maximizing Pressure Systems. Okay, so look that up on the YouTube channel.
We had a tropical storm system coming through.
Tropical Storm Fred.
That's right, because it was after Pappy.
Yeah. So Tropical Storm Fred came through, and we waxed them, and I caught one that had to been 8 or 9 pounds.
I think I outfished you that day, too.
No, you definitely
I'm pretty sure
not.
I did. We can go back and count. There's video.
Yeah, let's do that. In fact, whoever comes at me with the number, okay, how many fish Ray caught and how many fish I caught, okay, I'll do something special for you. So you let me know, and that will be a fun one to see.
I think I did, or I got close. He spent a lot of time, fishing out his bird nest in his big.
No, not my bird nest. I spent a lot of time fishing out her bird nest. Okay, so that's what happens. So we go out there.
It's okay. We can talk about this in therapy.
No, this has got to come out. It's got to come out. So we go out there fishing, and she has an issue, whether it's getting hung up on the bottom or getting a bird's nest. And guess what?
We were working top
Honey, she hands it to me. Okay, hands it to me for me to fix it. Meanwhile, I can't fish while I'm fixing it.
You could have.
And then she takes my reel and starts catching fish.
Well, you can't let a good reel go to waste, and you also can't let a good
but the worst part is
either.
The worst part is then you start trash talking.
Well, we'll see how.
So then she's talking. Yeah, well, I'm tied up most of the time.
Well, you shouldn't have gotten your reel on a bird's nest.
Yeah, the least you can do is scratch my back. So that makes it worth it, and I'll take the trash talking if she's gonna scratch the center of my back here and there.
Okay, back to the messages. Colin says your frogs are your frogs. I trust so much. I sold all my Spro. Well, thanks, Colin.
All right. It's funny because we have a couple tackle stores that do online sales, and that seems to be the difference between the difference. When they sell online, people can find them. Our frogs outsell Spro, it outsells Snag Proof, it outsells all of them because people understand the quality. So anyway,
Ben calls it the zigzag.
The zigzag
so
walking the dog.
No, I think this was back when we were talking about whatever the angler was, leader, bobber.
Okay. I was just gonna let you go so you could talk with your hands some more. All right, so it is 9:30.
Hold on. Colin says, I'm really wanting to do a Copperhead Baits Frog Only tournament here in Tucson. I have 5 years behind me on these tournaments, Arizona Frog Wars, and if the financial lines up, I'll get some more run this tournament in 2026.
Yeah. Keep in contact with me, Colin. We'll do what we can to make that one happen. I really want to see that happen too. I want to do an only frog or only Copperhead Baits tournament.
You said OnlyFans.
No, I didn't. I wasn't about to. Anyway, I want to do one like that on Gunnersville too. I really want to do that next year if I can make that happen. But anyway, we have been talking and yapping for an hour.
Have we really?
Yes. That's because you got to keep get me off topic here. So we're going to do the drawing here. But anyway, I wanted you guys to get another look at this blade bait because it's so pretty. So this is a blade bait. Oh, these hooks are actually not the hooks that are going to be on it. We're going a size smaller. So these are number 6 or number 4 and number 6 hooks. We're going to go with a number 6 on the back and a number number 6 on the front and a number 8 on the back. So these hooks are just a bit big on this, but you can still see the gorgeousness of that blade bait. Gorgeousness. That's a pretty blade bait. And so these are going to be coming out in January. Cannot wait. And I'm going to have prototypes to be thrown anyway. So you all are going to be, what's up, Randy? Y'all are going to be able to see.
We were just talking about you earlier.
Yeah. So y'all are going to be able to see the fish catches that I'm going to be putting up there. I'm going to be rubbing them in, and then you guys are going to have free reign at it. So we will probably do some pre-orders and that kind of stuff. So so if you are definitely gonna get some of those, let us know. Maybe we can start making a list or something like that. But
so for tonight we have 14 people in the drawing.
Yep.
And then there is an extra bonus tonight. So anybody that goes back to watch that video of Jared and I think it actually has a picture. The thumbnail is of the hurricane, winds coming through, and it might be us on the front.
Maximizing pressure systems. Okay, so if you go to the magnifying glass search bar and you put in when you're at on Flippin the Script Fishing on YouTube and you put that in, that video will come up. Okay. Yeah, please. Go take.
I know what he's doing tonight after I go to bed. He's gonna go watch that video and he's gonna count himself because he's not gonna be able to wait until
I know.
next week.
I know. I caught at least 3 to 1 of fish that you caught. Plus, you ended up going in early.
Huh? Because I had COVID.
I did too.
I was sick. We had the health department calling us. Ma'am, you need to stay 6 feet away from people. I'm like, lady, I'm in the middle of the lake. I don't think it can get any.
Yeah.
I was so terrible.
Yeah, we that was an awesome day.
It was an awesome day.
We did get a little bit tired, but
I was exhausted.
All right, so here is everybody entered. Now we only had 14 people, so those that entered, you have a good chance today. So if I drop a new video, if you put in a comment and you will be entered into this. It's not hard. So y'all get on the YouTube channel when I drop a new video. It's just likely going to be on Tuesday. So when it's a new video, all right. So sometimes if I don't have new content, I'll just repost a good video, usually from that time of year as well. So if I post a new video, then we'll do this and we'll give a lure away for free. I guess that's what giveaway means. All right, here we go. It's not working.
You have to put it in the... How many times do we have to go over this?
Why do you set me up every time?
You can just touch the screen. It's a touch screen. Or you can put the mouse in the middle and then click the button. It's not...
I can't... It's hard to hold it up and not touch the screen.
What are you doing over here?
That all I have to do? Look, it did it. Didn't work.
You have to touch the middle, the circle part.
There it goes. It's hard to do. I can't see.
We're crying in a bucket. Oh.
So, I can't try it backwards. Southern Sportsman. All right.
There we go.
All right. I can't remember the name of Southern Sportsman, but we will we'll contact you and you can pick out.
Is that Mr. Mike? Southern Sportsman?
I don't remember.
Okay.
We'll contact you.
Well, he needs to reply back or send us a message.
Yeah, I will contact you, Southern Sportsman, and we'll get that your choice of lure color that you want, and we'll get that to you. All right.
Do you want to sign off in your Dr. Nick voice tonight since they all missed it in the beginning?
I don't know how Dr. Nick signs off.
Well, you can say hello again if you want. And in Hawaii, hello is goodbye.
Anyway, you have to rewatch this the live. I was channeling my inner Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. Anyway, yeah, Ben, you're the Southern Sportsman now. I see. All right, so if y'all don't have any other questions about the lures, fishing, or whatever you want, we will sign off here. So for speak now or forever hold your peace. We'll give it a minute since there's a lag.
Brian Semensky says congratulations.
To Southern
Brian,
Sportsman.
you did get your stuff from last week.
Yeah,
right?
you won last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
There. No, it wasn't 3 weeks
Yeah, I think it was 3 weeks ago.
Was it?
It's been
Whenever it was. Did you get your stuff?
Been a little while. But we're gonna try to get on here regularly. I mean, last Friday was Halloween, so I took my invisible wife, invisible child out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that picture, you can. Well, is it on? I don't think I even put it on.
I don't know if you posted
Copper Red Baits. I'll put it on Copper Red Baits. But I made the invisible man for Ellie and I.
Because you posed with
I posed with Tanner. Yeah.
So if you
Ben Thompson is Southern Sportsman. 74 is me. It's Ben Thompson.
Well, all right, Ben.
Well, Ben, congratulations. My favorite.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that was you.
Brian says whacked him the last 2 days on Chickamauga, Jared on the Jonah. Awesome.
That's what I'm talking about,
Send
Brian.
me some pictures.
Yeah, we need pictures or it didn't happen. I need...
We do need pictures on the Jonah.
Yeah.
So the Jonah is one that was kind of like he was talking about. The bait just kind of fell. Yeah. It just got mixed in with everything else that was happening because we had a lot happening. So the more pictures you can send us with the Jonah, the better, because I really would love to have those.
So the frog, obviously, if you catch a big one, if you catch a big one on the frog, people know about the frog. The frogs are gotten quite popular, which is awesome. Thank you so much for everybody for that. So the frog, we're not having a hard time. But if you catch a big one, by all means, anything 3 pounds or better.
I still want them all. It doesn't matter, but
or if a kid, anyway. But we definitely need anything that you've caught on the Snatch and Shad or the Jonah, just so we can get it out there and we can use pictures like that, promotional. Whether you send them to us directly or you make a post and tag us, that's great too, because then we can share it from there.
He's got pictures.
But yeah, all right, that's what I'm talking about, Brian. So, any pictures of those types of things, then we can use those and help get the word out. And obviously, it means more coming from you, you guys. If you make a post and you say, shout out to Copper Red Baits, the Jonah is an excellent jerkbait, that kind of thing. That means more than me going on there, because I obviously have an ulterior motive. I'm, wanting to sell lures as well. So it's harder for them to believe me that it's a good lure, even though it is. It's harder for them to trust me because they know I'm also trying to make money. So, I want to quit Volkswagen, guys. Sorry.
I'm not sure I'm ready to stay with him all day long, but we'll try.
I'll go on the lake. Don't worry.
We'll try. You're gonna go to the lake?
Yeah.
All right, by all means, quit.
So we need we ain't quite there financially. So
Ben wants a Jonah. We'll pick the color. I don't know if we have your address or not, Ben. It might be in my mailing list, but if you'll just send it to us, private message Jared, and we'll get it right out to you. I'll get it out in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to tell me the water clarity you got going on your lakes on average. So that makes a difference with the color. So if you have more dirty water where the water clarity is only 4 feet, then I'll throw you a pearl. I like pearl a lot. But then if it's clear, really clear water, then I'm going to go more natural, a Pro Olive or a Ozark Shad or Emerald Green.
Emerald Green, I was just going to say.
But if you got dirty water, then you're going to go with a pearl. You're going to go with a purple chartreuse. Wasaki's actually kind of a sneaky color that works good on both one.
When would you use Clown?
Clown does well in dirty water, but it also, if you guys ever notice, late in the season, the shad are struggling, and when that water's clear, really cold, they're struggling, and they take on a color that their gill plate and stuff gets kind of a red hue to them, and their body almost turns like a tannish, goldish color. So that's a struggling shad. So the Clown is a really sneaky good color when it comes to that. So if you have, when it's really cold, that Clown works well. And you just give it a couple jerks and you let it sit. And you call it dead stick, and it just sits there and sinks. And most of the time, I won't say most of the time, but a lot of times a fish will grab it and start swimming with it. Because they're used to picking off dying shad. and that's what that mimics. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but yeah. So the clown is actually one that we hadn't sold a whole lot of, and I'm kind of surprised because it's one that's been around for a long time and is a proven fish catcher. So anyway, all right. So Ben, congratulations.
He said it should be on file, so I'll take a look, Ben. If I don't have it, I'll message you.
Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate all you guys getting on here and joining us. And I should have a new video coming out this next week. And we got I got some shank footage. So we caught a couple with that. So that's a good little video. And and I'm gonna be going with Caleb tomorrow, so we'll be getting more footage. I'll be able to put some more stuff out. So got all kinds of stuff happening, guys. Got all kinds of stuff happening. So stay tuned. Looking forward to seeing some of those pictures and fish catches. And I will keep you guys up to date with what's going on. All right. All right. Well, until next time. Tie lines.
Lines.
Finish. X.